And a man came running to them, just a crazy man, a naked man. And of course we know the story where Jesus Christ was able to minister to this man and just set him free. And we know that there was a discussion going on between him and the demons that were possessing him. And in total there was about 2,000, because they spoke to him and said, our name is Legion, let us go into the pigs. They didn't want to go being cast into the abyss, because they knew they could not operate and do anything on this planet without being in a physical body. So, being demons, of course, they're stupid, and they would then just ask Jesus for permission to get into these pigs. And Jesus did allow them to do this, and we know the story. They ran down the steep hill into the water, and the pigs died, and the demons were basically almost in the abyss. They did not have a physical body after that. They were pretty much useless, rendered useless after that. Couldn't affect... you understand, right? But in any case, so God is also trying to meet us, speak to us, minister to us, tell us how to do things. And so God, by His Spirit, speaks to our spirits. But because our spirits live in a body, we can take dominion. We can speak to mountains. We can say, mountain, be removed, be cast into the sea. And anything that we do say, believing, not doubting in our hearts, will happen. It didn't say anything that we just say will happen. It says anything that we say, believing in our hearts, not doubting. Now this is very important. This is how God moves. He says, without faith, it's impossible to please me. This is Hebrews chapter 11 and verse 6. And faith is what has put all the men and the women of old in the Bible into chapter 11 of Hebrews, which we deem as, kind of affectionately, as the hall of faith. And we see that in every statement that is made about all these people, it's by faith Noah built the ark. It's by faith Abraham offered up his son. By faith Moses led the people out of Egypt. And it's by faith that all the men of old did these great things. All men and women of old did these great things in the Bible. And God is asking you and I to be a part of what He wants to do on this planet. But He needs our invitation. Now, all of us at one point or another have rented a home. Maybe not all of us have purchased a home, but we have rented a home at one point, most of us, and we know what that's like. And those of us that have rented a home, let me ask you a question. Who owned it? Well, it wasn't you. It was the landlord. It was a landowner that owned that property. But could that landowner just come any time of the day, use his keys, and come into your home, unlock the door, and make a meal in your kitchen? Well, I think not. Or how about just because the landowner feels that he wants to change some things in the home, he'll just come in and renovate your living room? Well, that won't happen either. Or maybe you don't even have to go to bed at night and fearing that, oh, this landowner could come at any time and walk into my bedroom and paint it purple. Well, you know, as much as some of you might like a purple bedroom, he wouldn't do that, because it's a part of the agreement, the rental contract. Now let's go one step even further. Let's say, for instance, your water heater is broken, and the landowner even knows about it. Somehow he knows that your home is in need of some repair, the water heater is broken, and it's his responsibility to fix it. Well, even though he knows about it, even though he's responsible for it, can he just come anytime he wants to and fix it for you? Well, the answer to that is no. He needs your permission. He needs you to arrange a time with him. He needs you to give him permission to come on his own property to fix what is rightfully his and his responsibility. You play a big part in this. And the agreement that has been set out is what really establishes how everyone can act. And so God has set out agreements for us on how we can go about using His property, about using His goods, about taking care of this planet. And He has told us how. He's given us tools, He's given us gifts, He's given us all kinds of things that we need to do the job here on this planet. And so God is really looking out for you and for me to do what He's called us to do. He's speaking to our hearts today. He wants us to be obedient to His word, not because He is a harsh God and you must do what I tell you to do. He's telling us this is the way it works. This is the way it operates, and it's by faith. And so when we operate by faith, the things that God tells us to do, things that God is leading and directing us to do, then we're operating in God's perfect plan, in His perfect will. And amazing things will happen in our lives. We will be able to be fulfilled in our lives and see people blessed around us. We'll be able to affect this planet the way God wants to affect this planet. But if we operate in fear, if we operate in unbelief, then we're just allowing other circumstances around us, and possibly even the devil, to come into our lives and have us do things by our words and actions for His sake. Now, we want to do things for the glory of God, and all we need to do is to be obedient to the things that God is calling us to do. This is Hans Meyer for SUV Bible. Join us again next time.